Hi, intuitive viewers. Look what I have here. Look over here. Look, show everyone how cute you are. Oh my goodness. So this is Luca. This is our new baby. Well, he's our foster. So this is our first foster, but I think it's gonna be a foster fail because we're falling in love with him. But he's 2 years old. He's 2 years old and he's sweetheart. Oh my gosh, he's a sweetheart. Very traumatized. He's had been kind of shuffled around, but we're gonna see him. He's got to have a surgery, so we're gonna see him through that. And already we just think he's just a sweetheart. He's sweetest being ever. He does bark a little bit, so you might hear him barking, which is something Lucy did not do. But our first dog, Ricky, did. He barked a lot. But anyway, this is Luke. I just wanted to introduce him. He's very shy, but he is a sweetheart. So I'm going to put him down, let him kind of hang out a little bit. But his coat is very cute. It's kind of black and white striped on the back, and yeah, he's a sweetheart. So we'll see. This could be a complete fail. We may want to keep this little guy. So he's a sweetheart. But yeah, he's 2 years old, so he has a lot of puppy in him still. And yeah, anyway, I wanted you guys to meet him and just say hi. But so we have a lot to talk about. I was supposed to be on Saturday, but we got distracted by the call for little Luca here. So that's our name for him. That's not the name that they gave him, but we like that name. So we changed his name already. So he's kind of ours already, but he's a sweetheart. So I wanted to just start by telling you a couple things. If you want to go forward, if you have no patience for it, just go forward and you can see the reading. But I want to tell you where our money went for the channel. And I also wanted to let you know that Debbie and I are doing our last round of beginning classes. It's going to be both classes together. So it's 10 weeks. And this is it. So if you want to get in on the ground floor and do the beginning courses, the link will be in the description. Just hit the link and you can sign up. They start, I think, I want to say the 18th. Is that right? February. Yes, they start the 18th and they go for 10 weeks. So we'd love to have you. They're so much fun. I absolutely love doing them. And so you'll be doing more, but this is the end of the beginning. It starts with the 5 intuitive classes and then goes into the mediumship classes, and they're all beginners courses. So if you're ready to go with us, then please do. Okay. So our donations this year, I'm going to tell you about them, and then I'm going to tell you the crazy thing I did. So Meals on Wheels in the Bay Area, Loaves and Fishes, which is in Kalamazoo, Michigan. We had a subscriber that has a niece that works there and they needed donations. So we did that. 3 musicians from Boulder, Philharmonic Orchestra in Louisville, Colorado, lost their homes in a fire. So we donated to that. It's through the Philharmonic. Yeah, so the Louisville Philharmonic, whatever. It's through that Philharmonic in Louisville, and in Colorado. And then on behalf of Betty White, we donated to the Solano County Animal Shelter, because you're supposed to donate to your local shelter. So this is a county shelter. They always need money. They always need help. So we gave to their spay and neuter program. We gave to their adoptive program, adoption outreach program, their lost pet unification program. We kind of did a separate donation for all their different programs that they have. So that was our kind of Betty White thing that we did. So, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new to the channel, I give the money from the channel to whatever we want to give to charity. So whatever charities you guys want, and ones that I pick out if we have stuff left over. So the last kind of crazy thing that I did is that I adopted us an elephant. I found, well, my sister found actually the David Childrick Wildlife Trust, and they take in orphaned elephants, orphaned giraffes, and orphaned rhinos. So we have an orphaned elephant, and he is adorable. His name is Laro, and I will put all the information about Laro and his journey and how they saved him. And it's really, really a neat program. So we are involved in that for the rest of the year. So that's going to be one of our donations all year this year, is taking care of this little baby orphan elephant. Okay. And I wanted to say thank you to, we just hit 15,000 subscribers. I was going to be happy with 100, so I am thrilled. I don't know how this happened. I don't really like talk about it or obsess on it or look at it very much. I try to just plow on, and my husband actually said, you just hit 15,000 subscribers. So I don't know how this happened, but I thank you. I thank you for finding me. I from the beginning, I just felt like whoever needs to find me is going to find me. So I appreciate you guys. I know I get emails all the time saying I shared it with this person. I thought this person could use it. So thank you so much for being such a support for me, for the channel. It's just very heartwarming and very amazing. So, okay, I think that's all the business that we have. So I'm going to move on to our reading. I kept getting stuff about Putin. And so I wanted to read on him a little bit. For ages, when I would look at Putin, I would get a very calculated, very controlled, calm energy, especially through the Trump years. I always felt like he was very calculated and very calm. When I tap into him now, there's almost a manicness with him, a little bit of I wouldn't say, desperate or anything like that. It's more manic and more almost like time is running out, which is weird because you'd think I would have gotten that at the end of the Trump, years or something, when it looked like it was. But so I don't know if something's going on with him with his health. I don't know. So I thought we could kind of look at that a little bit and see what this energy is about. And okay, well, already I'm getting something about the oligarchs. So we've gotten for a while that they are not happy with him, but I think he feels like he's on the brink of something happening. And I don't know if this means like to his physical person or being kicked out or what it is, but it almost feels like time is running out. It has something to do with the oligarchs. I know that. And I feel like he feels like America's going one way and he doesn't feel like it's going towards, he feels like we're going towards democracy, and even more so. That's what I feel like he feels like. So it's like, I need to do this now or never. And by this, I think it means how they're sitting on Ukraine. But the thing that's interesting about it is that I feel like it's almost like he's going against his instincts, because I feel like his instincts are saying, do not do this, because it's going to be the end of him. I've saw that before. So that it would be somehow lead to the end of his brain. So if he does this, that's what's going to happen. There's also something about this too that almost feels like he knows it's his fate in a way. Like almost like, and bear with me, but it's almost like his soul knows this is how this is supposed to go, and this is how he leaves. That's what it kind of feels like. But I don't know if I would go that far, but that's the feeling I get. It's like the inevitability of this. At the same time, I feel like he does have a choice, but I think he feels like the end is coming. And I think that's what's driving this kind of manicness of like, I need to do something. I need to get this done now. Otherwise it's too late. At least that's what it feels like to me. The other thing that I got this a few days ago, and this is when I wanted to come on, and then we got the call for puppy, was that I kept being shown Hitler. And I was like, what? And I knew it was related to Putin somehow. And it's not just like they're both horrible. It's not that. It was kind of like, when I looked into it, it was more like Putin would kind of be the period at the end of the sentence of a certain era, this kind of rise of the oligarchs and the rise of the kind of not aristocracy, but the I guess they're just these leaders that are, these toxic leaders, basically. I don't know if you call them dictators, I guess you could, but it's kind of the rise of this. I feel like the end of that and kind of the fall of that, he's going to be the period at the end of the sentence, just like the end of Hitler, the bunker incident was the period at the end of the sentence of World War II. It's kind of like that. That's what it feels like. That's at least the line I think that my guides are trying to draw between Hitler and Putin. It's like they're the period at the end of the sentence of an era. We talked about Trump kind of being the end of an era, and it is that last grasp of this older white male thing that has gone on for decades of like, we're in charge, we're going to stay in charge, that's just the way it is. And this is all kind of coming to a crashing, we see it happening, it's coming to like this crashing end in a way, and it's showing itself through all of this kind of corruption and money stuff and the way things are run and Me Too movement. All of these things they're all very connected in a history sense, and in just our long history with this, the social justice and voting rights, and all of these things are somehow related to this kind of white male, not all white males, of course, not all white males, but this older demographic, a certain type that has had their way for a really long time. And it's coming to an end, and it's not going to be overnight, but it's happening. We see it unraveling and kind of happening. And I feel like just like Trump, and that's part of too why I keep getting them going the end together, not literally together, but very close to one another's departures. They're going to be very close together. It feels almost like days, like within days of each other, but it could be months, it could be within the same year or something, but it does feel like it's very close together, and it is kind of, it marks that end of like there's no going back at that point. And I don't think it will be as like I don't think Russia will be in the same place as like I don't think Putin and Russia will be in the same place that Hitler was in World War II, but it's a type of that. And I think Ukraine may be playing into that a little bit. We'll see. But I have said, if he does this, if he goes into Ukraine, it's the end. It's the end. It's the beginning of the end. because, and like I said, I almost feel like he's being, it's like his soul knows this is the way this story goes. And so his instincts as a dictator or as an oligarch are telling him one thing: don't do it, it would be suicide. But there's another part of him that's pushing him forward. That makes sense. At least that's the way I see it. Maybe, other readers, I'm sure, have gotten other kinds of things, but that's the way I'm picking it up. That's the way I'm seeing it. And unfortunately, I don't have like a time frame, but I know that Ukraine would be a marker of like, this is the descent. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, for everyone's sake, on the other end of this, I hope they don't. I hope he doesn't do it. But at the same time, I kind of feel like it may be how this story goes. So we'll see. But if he does it, it's the end. They're going to put him. I saw that all these countries coming together and like putting him in a box, basically. So that's would be it. Okay, I want to move on to the January 6th commission. During our Friday with Linda, our last one that we did, you can go and look it up. I got this hit kind of in the middle of us talking about this, and I saw Mike Pence clear as day. And I thought, and I think I said, are they going to call Mike Pence? Because I think we were looking at people that are going to come in and talk to the commission. And I saw him clear as day. And now they're talking about calling him. What I want to tell you, I got the same thing for Sean Hannity when I looked at him. Again, I was going to come on Saturday and talk about this, but when I looked at Sean Hannity, I saw a something being said out here. I'm sorry for the noise, you guys. There's stuff going on out here that I don't understand. They're doing something. So I feel like there's a kind of a facade going on to the public, but behind closed doors, they're cooperating. They're giving him everything. And so that's kind of what it feels like. It's kind of like they do cooperate, but on the outside, it looks like they're putting up some kind of a fight, but they're really not. It's all show. But I feel like Sean Hannity he'll put up a fight, like he's fighting it, but he'll cooperate. And same with Pence. I feel like Pence is going to cooperate. I also feel like there's going to be something that blocks Trump from running in 2024. I don't know if it's a law. I don't know if it's his arrest. I do think that's coming. I don't know if it's the commission. I don't know what it is, but something blocks him. So I've never seen him running in 2024. I always see him not running, not even being up, in the running. So I don't see that. Doesn't mean somebody worse can't come be running, but I've never seen him. I've also never seen DeSantis. I've always seen a scandal. DeSantis and Marjorie Taylor Greene, I've almost always seen some kind of scandal that kind of pulls them out of the spotlight. And you think, what could be so scandalous to pull them out of the spotlight? But I think it's just scandals can look very different in different communities, right? A scandal could be they got vaccinated and everybody, and whatever the scandal is, it's a scandal enough that it rocks their position in their party. So I've always seen that for DeSantis. I've always seen that so I don't think he will be the nominee. I had seen somebody like a Mike Pence. And by that, I don't mean Mike Pence, but what I mean is like somebody kind of like that Christian tight ass kind of guy, just that kind of like milquetoast, very bland, but there, and very self-righteous and very just that type, that's the type I felt like, because I felt that kind of energy, that kind of Mitt Romney kind of energy, Pence kind of energy. That is what I felt. It can change. We're so far away from 2024 that it's not even probably worth looking at, but that is what I get. Somebody kind of like that. But I did get that. I didn't want you guys to worry about Trump because I just very, very heavily feel him blocked from even considering it. So it doesn't mean he can't kick up dust and be a jerk and, you know, make waves here and there, but that I just did not see that. Somebody wanted me to look at the fact that Trump ended his speech on January 6th at 1:11. I don't know if he, I don't know if it's when he told everyone to go to the Capitol or when he actually ended the speech. I'm not sure, but they wanted me to look at if this was like almost like angelic intervention. And I kind of wanted to look at that anyway, because it's always been kind of something interesting to me. We know that event could have gone very differently. They could have gotten their hands on Mike Pence. They could have gotten their hands on Nancy Pelosi or AOC or any well-known Democrat. They could have, you know, easily, it could have been so much worse. So let's see about divine intervention. So one second. So the answer is like yes and no. Was it needed? So there's something about, it's almost like they were on standby, like seeing, is this going to happen? And how is this going to play out? I see the weirdest image right now. I'm seeing a big, it's like it looks like a darker angel, which doesn't mean it, you know, it's a dark angel. It just means that it's darker in color, and it's behind that Goodman. I think his name is Goodman, the one that led those people away from the chamber or where everybody was. It's behind him, helping him lead people. So I feel like what they're telling, oh, I got chills right now, really, really big chills. Yeah. But, and the image is so clear. It's like standing right behind him and kind of ushering him one way. Oh, it's so weird. Okay. So anyway, I think what they're saying is that in certain places, definitely there was divine intervention that took place that moved things in a certain way to stop the most horrible thing from happening. However, I do feel like, you know, it wasn't everywhere. It was, some of it was like, this stuff is human behavior playing out. Almost like we don't interfere with that. And then there's this other stuff that feels like this can't happen, or this needs to be assisted. It also makes me think that there may have been prayers involved, that people were actively praying. And so that's also why there may have been divine intervention in certain places and not in other places. Not that they just don't care. It's more like, I keep hearing this can't happen. So it almost feels like these particular things we can't allow this to happen, but other things can play out because they either, maybe there was a predestined kind of thing about it. Maybe people had said that this is the way that they wanted to, if it comes to this, they want to be kind of leaving the planet in these things, because it would send a message or bring a spotlight to it. So there may have been some kind of destined kind of plan for personal people's personal lives, personally. It may have just been that there's only so much they're actively able to make or kind of assist in getting done. I also feel like it has something to do too with people who's open to it, who is reachable. Because I almost feel like some people, like the people in the crowd, some people turned away and left. And I feel like those people were probably reachable by their guides being like, get out of here, go move. There's something in them that was still reachable. The people that are in this kind of frenzied, what Eckhart Tolle calls deeply unconscious, completely unconscious. The people at, beating the hell out of other people at the forefront of all of this stuff, they are not reachable. But someone like Goodman, other people in the chamber, and other people guarding people, so people that are more connected and more open, I feel like they're reachable. So it's a combination of all of this. And I don't like the idea that, well, they just let stuff happen. And it's not that. It's that we're here to have an experience, right? And we know coming in, we get to choose, we get to have these experiences, we get to remember who we are as souls. We get the opportunity to do these things, and this is why we come. So there's a part of it that's almost like not interfering with the experience of it. But when you're reachable, I feel like, of course, your guides want to help you. Of course they do. And I don't know anything about Mr. Goodman. I can't think of his first name. I don't know anything about him. Maybe he is very religious, or maybe he prays every day, or maybe he was praying in that moment. I don't know, but there is an angel there that was helping him to do what he did. So that's the way it appears to me. So I guess the answer is yes and no. Everything was very situation by situation by situation, depending on the people involved, how reachable they were, what was kind of supposed to happen, what was not supposed to happen, there was a myriad of things going on. So it wasn't like there was just overall just divine intervention. It doesn't feel like that. It feels very, not picking and choosing, but trying everywhere and only getting through certain places, right? So assistance, yes. Where possible. Okay, so I hope that shed some light on a few things. I'm glad I finally got on. I do apologize because I was telling people I'm going to be on Saturday, and then little monkey came in, and that's what happened. So, but we're thrilled. We're thrilled to have a little foster baby, and we are looking forward to helping him through his surgery. And yeah, all is well. All is well. So we will talk to you soon. Again, thank you everyone for your support and for everything. I got this little background so that I can have some consistency. We have some house guests, and so our room is being occupied. But I thought if I had a little background, I don't really like the green screens, but I thought if I could have a little background to just kind of give some consistency to everything, that would be great. It's Monet behind me. So anyway, okay, everybody, have a good one, and I will talk to you soon.